Hi and welcome back to Retro Renovations. So this is my ramblings 0.7. I just try and have a quick chat to you once a week. Sometimes it'll be me and Peggy, sometimes just me on my own. Peggy has rejoined the slimming world and she's doing very well. Tonight she got her half-stone certificate. If she wants to, and I won't force her, we want to try and do a video to show you her exceptional weight loss, because she's done very well over the last few years. And we did this stop going, and Peggy felt like it wasn't working for her. She wanted to rejoin, and she's rejoined, so it's all good. Anyway, I just wanted to say there's no official video out this week. Peggy makes such wonderful videos, and as you'll see, they got a lovely beginning, end, and we make a lot of effort into the content, and they take a long time to make. So she is working on many videos, so stay tuned. So she has coming up, we're going away to the Eden project in Cornwall. We've got a special tour for that, so that's coming up in the pipeline. We have another factory tour. I am not going to tell you where. That's a surprise. That's a secret. That is booked. We would have been there by now, but with Peggy's illness, sadly, it's been rebooked. Okay. All the work that I did to that T2, that's coming up, and a quick tour of the T25 that we bought. I'm just looking over there because there's a bird coming over to the car. There's lots of tours and places we've been, so stay tuned. Just because there's no video this week, Peggy is working on lots of videos. So what I'm going to talk to you today about, I want to tell you the time we had a Cortina Mk5 with a strange kind of rattle going on. So as always, they're fantastic colours. This Cortina was a bright orange, last of the Mk5s. It was a lovely car, drank like a fish, but it was very reliable. We're talking the late 90s. I had it in the late 90s. I'd been driving for about 2 years or so. Anyway, every time I'm driving this car, rattle, 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 and I was like, where the blimmin' hell is that rattle coming from? I got the car in the air on the ramps. Nothing. Everything was hunky-dory. The exhaust was fine, the body was fine, so on. Could not find where this rattle was coming from. Anyway, we had a heat wave that year, and I don't know why it's connected, but the heat wave made the car rattle more. The rattle was doing my head in. This went on for 3 weeks. I like my story. I know you're saying, get on with it. So I'm driving along, and one day I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna rag it a little bit. So ragging this Cortina a little bit within the law. And I swings into the estate where we live in. We had a flat at the time, and I swings into that street, and we have parking bays, so I drive up, swing it into reverse. The windows are down, luckily, because of the heat wave. As I swing it in reverse, I jolt the brake, and I hear, you know that sort of noise when plastic drops? Well, that's what it did. It went like the plastic noise. I thought, there's no one around me, no one's dropped anything, but it was quite close, the proximity that I was in, you know. So I thought, what's that then? So I does the windows up like this, because they're all wind up. It's an old Cortina. I winds the windows up, gets out. Underneath the car is a VHS cassette tape. Now, they were still around in the 90s. They were very prominent in the 90s, but this was one of those record yourself jobbies. And I thought, where's that come from? At the time, I didn't know it had fell out the car, but I'll tell you that in a moment. So I picked up this VHS cassette, and it just says on there, the wife. So I thought, oh dear. Goes upstairs, shows Peggy the tape. She goes, well, what's on it? I goes, don't know, I haven't put it in the machine yet. It was out in the street. She said, what do you mean out in the street? I said, well, I don't know if I flicked it up, run it over or something. we put it in the cassette player. Now this family, or couple I should say, this couple must have had a home video recorder. Remember the old ones, put on your shoulder sort of jobby? Well, they didn't have it on their shoulder, they had it on the bedside cabinet, and they must have pressed record every time they got frisky. No, we didn't watch the whole tape. We didn't even watch clips of it. It was horrendously bad. I mean, it was the worst X type of tape you could get. Anyway, it later transpired that not the previous owner that I bought it from, but the previous owner I bought it from had always had the rattle. The owner previous to that had obviously hidden this tape above the fuel tank. I don't know why. The most strangest place to hide a VHS tape. I can only assume it wasn't his partner or something. So in a haste, he must have wedged it above the fuel tank, and it obviously vibrated and fell into, because these tanks are never square, are they? He must have thought the tank was square, and it went like that. And he lost the tape on top of the tank. So like I said, the previous owner who had the car to me had always complained of the rattle. But that's what it was. And for some bizarre reason, the heat expansion of that particular day, it was a heat wave, the tape fell out, and that was what was on it. It was a dodgy homemade blue movie VHS. Yeah, we knew a single lad at the time. We gave it to him and we never saw it again. I'm not commenting on that. So yeah, so that was the first part of this Cortina. Now the second part of this Cortina was, the whole time I owned it, a neighbour of ours nagged me, I love your car, I want to buy your car, I love your car, I want to buy your car. So eventually I was going to go to a smaller car, because as I said earlier, the Cortina drank like a fish. So I wanted to go to a little 5-door Metro. I've been offered a Vanden Plas Metro, and I quite liked it. And I thought, okay, this chap buys the Cortina off me, I can buy the Vanden Plas, and we're away. So that's what we did. So I sold it to him, foolishly, on a late Saturday night. I was in bed. It's the early hours of Sunday morning. We're talking 6, 7 in the morning, early for a Sunday. And it's summer. And I can hear this, what I can only describe as a mosquito. Big mosquito. Bzzz, bzzz, bzzz. It was bloody loud. I mean, everyone in the street must have thought they had a mosquito above their head or something, because it really sounded like a mozzie. So like, I'm led there thinking, what the blimmin' hell's this noise? It's, you know, it's loud. Anyway, it persisted and persisted, so I gets out of bed. I goes over to the window, and I can't believe it. The neighbour I'd sold the Cortina to has this big extension lead coming from his place out to the grass, and he's on his knees and his elbows on the roof of this Cortina, going bzzz, bzzz, and it's making so much noise. He's jigsawing a hole in the roof to fit one of those dodgy 80s sunroofs. Now this Cortina was rust free and was dry as a bone inside, and there's him on his hands and knees. Anyway, hence to say, he came to me about 6, 7 weeks later and went, oh, I'm selling the Cortina. And I said, what blimmin' are you selling the Cortina for? You've nagged me for ages for it. You've wanted it for ages. Sunroof leaks. There's no pleasing some people. So yeah, that's my memory of our Mk5 Cortina. A dodgy porn VHS and a neighbour who likes to cut holes in the roof on a Sunday morning. that's my 10-minute chat for this week. I hope you liked it. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and like I say, all the professional Peggy May videos are coming soon. Tours, work, places we've been, lots of other content. Started doing the magnet fishing. Magnet fishing's coming soon. That was interesting. So there's lots recorded, and we're going to do lots. So keep share us about. We're here to entertain. Every week something different. Thank you very much. See you later.